Good day traders, this is Master FX Shifu from the Universal Forex Dojo. Before we get started, I'd like to show you guys how our crazy wushu toolbox works. Now for the purpose of this video, I will use one of our signals sent out on the 2nd of August 2022 right here. Firstly, you'll choose which mode you'll be operating in between the aggressive, standard and hedge mode. Now the difference between these modes is simply how they exit and partial the trades. The most recommended one is ideally the standard mode, which we use all throughout. You will then input your entry price, the stop loss, and the risk that you'd like to risk. Now you will then choose whether you'll use market order, pending order, or limit order. Now the most recommended one here is the pending order, which is what I'll be using. Then you click start, and that's it. The wushu will then do the following. It'll wait for price to get into your SL range and place a stop order. In the setup, that's at price 0.83903. Now if you've been following us long enough, you'd know we always use stop orders. We allow the trade to catch us in our direction. The trade then triggered at 0.83865 with a stop loss at 0.83935. Then the trade went on to hit 1R at 0.83796, whereby the wushu moved the stop to break even. The trade then went on to hit 2R at 0.83726. This is where the wushu closed 50% of the setup, securing the amount risked on the trade and also moving the stop to 1R. Once price hit 3R at 83645, the wushu moved the stop to 2R and then keeps on waiting. Now at 4R at 0.83577, the wushu then moves the stop to 3R. Now this is where the trade retraced back to 3R, where the wushu closed the remaining 50% of the trade, securing a further 0.75% if you risked 0.5% of the trade. Now this entire trade and management took an entire 5 hours and 40 minutes. Now with the wushu toolbox, it is a plug and forget tool. You don't have to keep coming in or keep checking up on your charts. Happy trading, guys. Let's get started. So I see on the poll that you guys have voted on the Universal Forex Dojo public Telegram channel, you'd like to see gold, GJ, and the third one would be Euro USD. Okay, gold, GJ, Euro USD. So I'm going to take a look at those and see if there's something that does pop up, and then of course hopefully we'll take advantage. Do check out our prop firm there. It has been updated, so you can actually get up to $10 million in funding, which is pretty beautiful. And of course check out Vaughn's signals stats at the bottom. We are keeping them updated, and of course make sure that you guys do follow through. Check them out and let's move. So yesterday's setups that we did, I took a look at, I think I posted 3 yesterday. I posted 3. There was not really much happening, and you know, with the US dollar behaving like that, it's a bit tricky to work in. But we had AUD JPY, which came into a beautiful zone. I think it was during the New York session, because it did break through, went all the way down. And then during New York, which is 4 hour time, London time, price did trigger, and of course it went all the way up, maxing out at roughly 4R. But if you are using the wushu, you haven't got them out at 2R. Okay, so that is the beauty of using the wushu, because I mean I wasn't watching it. It does the job by itself, because you can't really be on the charts from London all the way up to end of New York. That's a bit strenuous. Okay, starting with gold, I'm gonna open up gold, take a look at gold, and then GJ and USD. Okay, so with gold, it's going back into the hourly. I'll take a look at the daily shortly as well, and then we will take it from there. Let's go back up a bit. So when you are using our way of trading, and of course the wushu, you don't really have to worry about your losses because you really maximize on the wins. So even with a 50% win rate, you'll still be set up pretty good. Okay, so with gold, I was looking at this zone yesterday, but I'm actually going to start focusing on this one as of today and just see what price will do once it gets into that region, because I see here it really did come back into it, but it didn't really give us much. Please don't mind me, I don't know what's wrong with this trading view today. I mean, look at that. Okay, I'm just going to move it up because I am looking at this area here as a whole. So if I was a bit risk averse and I wasn't looking for higher RRs or just chasing 1R setups, then I'll probably put in a sell stop using these candles here at the bottom. But I'd really want to get in on the game and try to take as much from it as possible. And then we'll see how that works out. It's on the hourly. Okay. There's a candle that I was looking at as well. So looking at this one here. And then if I go on to the 15, let me just hide that for now. It was tapped into here. But I think what I'll probably focus on is this area as well on the lower time frames. Let me just come back into it. Then of course, let's go further in. Okay, there we go. It left that beautifully there. Okay, so I'll ideally work on this this levels here, and then of course use these lows, and then I'll have a setup that looks something like that. I would have used this one here, but it's a bit too close for gold. So you know, gold really does get personal. So do try and avoid allowing it to do that to you. And then of course target these lows here at the bottom. And then if you are using the wushu, then you should be set up for good, targeting these equal lows here at the bottom. Then you'd have something along these ranges, and you'd have that. And then you'd have that over there. Okay, so you'd have something along these ranges. Let me remove this HA here. So that's how we're pushing gold today. And then GJ, remove, okay, and Euro USD. I don't know if we're gonna have anything on Euro USD because it literally turned at our entry point yesterday. That was a bit of a bummer, but it does happen. It is the markets after all. They don't really care how you feel, so don't mind them. Oh, you can still grab the signals for $29 as well, so it should be good there. Don't worry about that. I just removed the banner from the top there. Okay, so we had this break, but I don't see any beautiful entry here that can give us a nice entry point. But I do see price going back up to this region here. Question is, where would we take it from here? Take a look at the 15. Look at that decline. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This will be a tricky one. Let me take a look at the daily. Sorry about that. There's a mistake. I'll just remove it. No. We have to stay away from this one for a bit. Okay, let's take a look at Euro USD. Hopefully something does pop out in here, and then we can take advantage of that. This is the one that turned literally at our entry point, so we didn't really have much room to play with. Okay, no, this is not the one. The one that turned, I think it was AUD NZD. Okay, so this one is still very valid, guys. It's still extremely valid. I'll still have to wait for price to come into this region and then, of course, tank from there. So I will be holding it as well, holding this bias. So let's see how it plays out. Okay, and that's about it for today, guys. Happy trading. I will check you guys tomorrow again. I am still waiting for the live streams to continue, but for now we are having a whole lot of issues here in our country, but things will be fine. Happy trading, guys. Cheers.